Hello, beautiful, amazing online crew. I hope you're having a cracker of a day, whatever the part of the day it is for you. Now, today, little bit of cranky pants, Helen. Sometimes I get a little bee in my bonnet and I just want to talk to you guys about something that I don't necessarily appreciate or agree with in this industry. And there's one particular thing that really gets up my nose. And occasionally I talk about this, and here we are again today talking about it. I don't think I've mentioned it for quite a while, but there's something really easy and simple to do when you're building your network and connecting with new people on social media, and not enough people are doing this one little basic thing, and it may not necessarily be what you think. So I want to talk about that with you guys today. I just want to have a chat about that, okay? Now, considering I can only see loves and likes and nothing else, I'm presuming Facebook's back to its normal tricks with me and I can't see any comments. But that's okay. I'm prepared with my backup phone. So if you are here with me live, please say hello. Give me a palm tree emoji down below. That's our mascot here for our online crew community. If you are in my free Facebook community, social media strategies for home business owners, please put the fish down below. And if you're one of my awesome online crew leaders in my online crew coaching community, my private coaching community, you guys get to put the cruise ship down below, because we are meeting up on this cruise ship, baby, one day. Are we not, guys? I'm having margaritas. I'm not sure about you guys, but I'll be sipping margaritas, enjoying your company. You coming with me? Who's coming with me? So let's see who we've got here. We've got Jan. Hello, Jan. Hello, Michael. Hey, Jinky. We've got Patricia, Jacinta. We've got Olive. Awesome. I'm seeing some names twice. I can't remember who I've read out. We've got Yvonne. We've got Judith. We've got heaps of people jumping on, which is absolutely awesome. Michael, did you lose your top fan badge, Michael? Because I just noticed it's there. So for those of you that we've not met before, my name is Helen Martin and I'm your online crew captain. I am here to serve this amazing online crew community that we have here. We are a group of like-minded people, entrepreneurs, home-based business owners, direct sellers, network marketers, those involved in the MLM. And what we do here is to learn how to leverage social media to build our business the modern way. So we truly actually want to attract people to us on social media. We don't want to chase anybody to buy anything off us. We don't want to hassle anybody to join us in our business. We truly want to use social media in a way that attracts people to us. So that's what we talk about here all day long, every day. Well, not all day long, but at the beginning of the week, I talk about something to do with personal development, personal growth, and we talk about all things social media. And I end off the week with a social media tip of the week. So I go live 5 times a week at exactly the same time. Turn your notifications on so you don't miss any of the good stuff. So what is this one thing that I'm talking about? Now, if you are growing your business on social media, absolutely hands down, you need to grow your network. So however you do that is up to you, but you should always be growing your network. So you should always be either adding new friends on your personal profile or building a business page and having fans and followers and building up your profile there, or a bit of both, which is what I recommend, while we still can on our personal profile, increase our network and have our personal profiles sort of public. So I still regularly friend request people that I know are in the industry and that are like-minded people and are doing similar things that I am. Like, I like to mingle with like-minded people because we have the same kind of mindset and we want more out of life. And we're striving for very similar things. So I like to have friends and connect with people that are like-minded, as you do, I'm sure. And then I've got my business page here where I'm always growing my network and we're bringing new people to this page, and hopefully I give good value to people that are trying to achieve what I just explained before that we're trying to achieve here. So I'm always growing my network. So even though I'm on this business page here and I'm growing my network on my business page, I still do grow my network on my personal profile. So unless you've got endless amounts of leads that you don't know what to do with, and you've got endless amounts of cash that you don't know how to spend, you should always be actively building your network on your personal profile as well as a business page. If that's just, just to build your network. Your net worth is equal to your network. You are a human being. You're not two different people on a personal profile on a business page. You're the one person. Took me a while to sort of work that out because I'm very much coming from corporate, very much business, not always mingling sort of the two together. In social media, we can't survive like that. People do business with people they know, like, and trust. We're in a relationship business. So we need to let the walls down and we need to be as authentic and genuine as we possibly can be on a business page, because when people know, like, and trust you and they have a connection with you, and when people connect with you, then they might buy something off you or go into business with you, etc., etc. So we really need to be a human being when we do business in this industry. Do you agree? Is that something that you agree with? We need to still be a human being even though we're trying to build our business on social media. Now, I wish some people, when they're prospecting or sending messages via Messenger, that they actually were more of a human being when they're sending their messages. And the one little thing that I'm talking about is if you're connecting with somebody new, so you don't know them from a bar of soap, and you friend request them or they friend request you, what's one of the first things that you would do? Okay? What would you do if you got a friend request from somebody? Would you just accept it? Or you were going to friend request somebody else? You just friend request anybody? What is the step that you do first before you do either of those things? What would you naturally do on Facebook when either sending a friend request or accepting a friend request? So I'm going to chime in with you guys, see what you think. So this is the one thing, but I want to take it a step further, and the thing that most people aren't doing, okay? So see what you guys think. It does take a little while for the comments to come up. I just want to see whether anybody's talking to me, even though I can't see any of your comments. Let's see what you guys are saying. Nothing. No comments are coming up for me. Okay, so I'll just have to talk to myself here. Who's got a head? There's Jacinta. I can see your head. Give me some heads. Let me know who's on. Give me some likes and loves, and so I can work out who's on my live with me. So I've got Jacinta's head. That's good. Oh, some heads, some loves without a profile. So I don't know who that is. Anyway, I will move on. We've got Crystal. Hello, Crystal. I did see that you were on before. Anyway, the one thing that you're going to do, and you may have said it in the comments section, I don't know because I can't see the comments, is that you're probably going to go and look at their profile, correct? So you get a friend request from somebody, and I would highly advise that you just don't press accept without checking out the person. So check out that they're a human being. Check out that they've got more than one photograph on their page. Check out that they're not just a profile picture with a black banner, one picture and nothing else. Like, you want to check out who you're accepting or requesting yourself, okay? The thing that people don't do, which really annoys me, because I know they haven't looked at it properly, by the questions that they ask me. Now, on a profile, people are not always going to have their profiles set up properly, but if they do, like I do, if you go and look at my Facebook, my personal profile, you're going to see a number of pieces of information about me. And you're going to see a link to 2 different pages because I've got them on my personal profile. Right up the very top, founder and CEO, etc. of Helen Martin, it links to my business page. Underneath that, it links to my healthy living page. Like, underneath that, it does say that I'm a fitness instructor and all the rest of it. So it's there. It is there for anybody to check anything out about me on my profile and my business pages. So when you are networking with people, look through somebody's profile, not just who they are. Look at the information they have on the side. I do this with everyone, so I know a little bit about them and what they're up to. So I get stupid questions from people that either I friend request because I'm like, oh, they look like an interesting person in the industry. Let's connect. So I'll friend request them. And this is what happens, guys. And I don't necessarily blame these people Okay, so if anyone's listening that's done this to me, I don't necessarily blame you. So, I don't want to offend anybody. But what really annoys me is the messages that I get back. So they don't know me, but I've friend requested them, but they come back with, hi, nice to connect. What do you do? So it's like, okay, you haven't looked at my stuff. Not that I've sent the friend request to them. So maybe fair enough. But if they took 2 seconds to look at my profile and what I've got on there, they would work out who they're accepting the friend request to. And then they could start a intelligent conversation with me. Oh, I see that you're in the industry as well. 20 seconds, guys. 20 seconds to check somebody out, find a little bit about them, and use that in your conversation to build rapport. Because what happened the other day, and I actually don't blame this person. I don't know the strategy they're using is taught by a guru. It's just not a strategy that I use. So second message in. So first, hi, great to connect. Second message in. Do you keep your options open to earning income from what you're currently doing? Second message in. Now let me ask you guys, if you met me at a party and we've been introduced for the very first time. So Helen, this is Mary. Mary, this is Helen. Oh, hi, what do you do? And I said to them, oh, I do social media and this and that. Would you say to me at a party, so put yourself in that position. You're at a party, you've met me, and you said, oh, hi, how are you? What do you do? And I said, oh, yeah, I teach a bit of social media and stuff like that. Would you say to me in your second conversation with me, oh, so do you keep your options open with doing a business on the side if it didn't interfere with that? Would you actually, as a human, say that to me in person? I would 99% say, not when you first met me, not the second conversation that comes out of your mouth. So why are we doing it on Messenger? When all the information is laid out on the table for you to check out anyway, you can see everything that I do, or majority of, if you take like 20 seconds, 30 seconds to look through my profile. Rather than not giving a shit, basically, I'm sorry, it just annoys me. People don't, you want me to go into business with you, but you won't take 20 or 30 seconds to look at any of my information. Will give you the answers that you're actually asking. And then throw back in my face in a second message when we don't know each other. There is no rapport there that you are pitching your business to me. So one lot of wording, would you be open to looking at something if it didn't interfere with what you're currently doing? The other one is, I'm looking to expand my business in Australia. Would you be interested in looking at a video? And it's like, oh, I just wanted to be your friend. Don't pitch me your business. And if you looked at my personal profile, you would see what I do for a living and probably not do that. So we just need to be human beings in this industry. And it really disappoints me when people use, in this industry, they become spam bots in Messenger. And I don't always blame them. I will say that. There are people that are being taught these strategies. There are still very well-respected gurus. Okay, am I back? Sorry guys, hopefully I'm back. I can't see comments, so I don't know that I am back, so I'll just keep talking. There are very well-respected gurus still in this industry that are teaching go for the no. Just go in there and send your message and send stuff like that and go for the no. And honestly, that worked 10 or 20 years ago. But is this the industry that we want to be in now? The reason why I do what I do and I teach the way I teach is because I've found an alternative way to attract people to me online, and it actually works. And I don't want to be that spammy person. Do you guys? Do you want to be seen as that spam bot in Messenger or social media where you're just going for the no, which says to me, you don't really care about me. The going for the no is, I want to build my business and I'm targeting you. I don't really care who you are or what you do. I'm just targeting you because I want to build my business. And if you say no, you say no. I don't really care. It's not the way I'm going to go into business with anybody. What do you guys think? Let me know what you think. I don't understand why people on social media are not a human still, and they hide behind Messenger and old-fashioned messages like that, which gives me the impression that you haven't looked at my profile for more than about 20 seconds. Otherwise, you would actually know what I do and strike up a more intelligent conversation. Oh, I see that you're in the industry as well. That's cool. What business are you in? Like, are you actually in the industry, or are you just teaching social media? Like, ask me an intelligent sort of question. And let's build up a rapport as human beings would do when you meet somebody at a party. So when you meet a stranger at a party, I'd be surprised if you pitched your business to them in the very second sentence that you said to somebody. I would imagine you guys don't do that as human beings. So why do we do it on social media? This is what gives our industry a bad name. Now, each to their own. We've all got our own networking strategies. Some of people really do like the go for the no. And if that's you, that's your choice. Just don't necessarily expect me to be warm or open to that, because I think that's what gives our industry a bad name. Because it's pushing your business on someone where you haven't established a need. Establish a need. Ask at least the third or the fourth message, not the second message. Just at least ask a few questions to work out whether I might have a need for what you have, and then ask me if I'd be open to it. Don't go there in the second message. And there's a couple of people that I've, and I don't know if they're listening, that, I know that's just the strategy that they choose to use, no hard feelings. I don't get it. It doesn't make me feel like you care about me at all. And we're in a relationship business at the end of the day. Are we not, guys? People go into business with people that they know, like, and trust. So even if it's not building a massive rapport on, social media through Messenger, I mean, there's the other catch to it. You don't want to network for too long if your only driver is to pitch them about your business, because you'll end up wasting too much time networking and not getting to the point. So I do get that. We don't want to network forever when it's not going to lead anywhere. So we have to do this balancing act. I choose to build mainly on my business page and use attraction marketing strategies and not do any of that. But I still like to connect with like-minded people from the industry. And that's why I still build up my network and friend request people on my personal page from the industry, because I genuinely like to connect with guys like you. Okay? But I really don't appreciate when you don't really know me, like you're not already connected to me, and you turn around and send me a message that you would never send to me if you had met me for the first time at a party. So don't hide behind social media and be a spam bot, because this is what gives our industry a bad name, and that is something I'm passionate about. We need to clean up this industry a bit with all those spammy strategies that have happened in the past. We have so many avenues available to us through social media that enable us to attract people to us instead of being spammy. So there's always going to be people out there in this industry that do it in a spammy way. I know that, but the less people that do it, or at the very least, look at somebody's profile and the information. There may be information that's missing and you ask a valid question because it's not there. But when it is there, just take a little bit more time to look at somebody's profile and what they do. And if there's a link through to a business page, then check it out. I do that before I friend request people. I actually look at what the information they've got on the side, and often people will have a link to a business page. And that's how I know that it might be somebody that I like to connect with, because they're like empowering women in the home-based business industry. And I'm like, oh, right, I need to be their friend. That's what I look at. But I can only get that information by looking at their profile and seeing what's linked to their profile. So just make sure you're doing that, guys. It takes no effort. And then when you send a message to someone saying, oh, hey, I saw your business page. That looks awesome. How long have you been doing that? Now you're having a conversation that shows the person that you actually care a little bit and you've taken the time. Like, it only takes seconds really to look at that kind of information and now build up a rapport, rather than what do? It's like, well, if you looked at my freaking profile, you'd see what I did. Yeah, sorry if I'm offending anyone. I just don't get it. We need to be more human beings in this industry before we want to line our own pocket. And I just get really disappointed with this industry when so many people do so much damage by not being a human first. So let's just clean up some of that stuff, guys. And it doesn't take much. Just, look at somebody's profile a little bit more and have a more intelligent conversation. And don't spam somebody in the second or the third message back in Messenger. I'm not saying keep it going for 6 months to a year and waste all your time on somebody that's, potentially not going to be a prospect for you, but it's about the quality of the questions that you ask. I've got a boot camp in my coaching community, which is all about prospecting. And we talk for 3 days about what to say, the words to use, how do you establish a need, how do you get people to where you want them to be quite quickly to then bring up your business as the solution for what they need. A whole boot camp on prospecting. I've got a whole boot camp on networking. How do you network? How do you build your, your profile and your influence and all of that online? So if you want to know anything about my coaching community, just go to my website, www.helenmartinonline.com. There's a link to my coaching community from there. Now I'm just going to check in with some of your comments to see if I've actually annoyed you or whether you're agreeing with me. Crystal, people usually don't even approach me by my name. That really gets up my nose. If you don't, that's inexcusable. To not even address somebody by their name, that is inexcusable. I check their profile and find something personal about them and start a conversation with them about that. Awesome. Hey, Julie, I hate when people ask if I'm married and it says it on my profile. Point in case, Chinta. Hey, Tina. So many people do this to me. I build a relationship. Yes, Jacinta. Hi, Helen. Now getting on. I'm cranky today, Laurie. I blocked a lot of people just for showing that type of stupidity. Yeah, and I sat on one for a while. And I thought, what do I do with this? Do I actually ignore it? Like sometimes I just do because I can't be bothered. And I thought, do I try and help the person? Or do I just put politely my point of view across? I think I've shared this with my coaching community. And so I sat on it for a while and then I got a second message. And so it was like, would you be open to looking at something? So this was the second message. I can share a video with you. And I just didn't respond. I sat on it for a bit. But then I got another message that said, about 24 hours later, if you don't want to look at my stuff, that's fine. Like something like that. And I'm sure that I put the inclination on that. I'm sure it wasn't meant in that tone. But it's completely cool if you don't want to look at my stuff. So I got a second message and I thought, okay. So I'll reply. And I just very, very politely, I think I actually read out my message to you guys in my coaching community of what I said. Very respectfully said, look, the reason why I didn't respond is because I was disappointed that you pitched your business to me in the very second message to me and we don't even know each other. I said, I genuinely like to connect with people from the industry and build up a rapport. And I was just disappointed that you tried to pitch me your business straight away. It's something like that. I just said, it's all cool. It's just not the way I choose to build my business and I haven't found success with that kind of strategy. It's just something like that, just something nice and polite. She actually came back and said, I think she said something like, yeah, I do understand. I use a strategy taught by a guru's name. I'm not going to mention the person. And it's basically like the go for no. And, but interestingly, you guys may work out who I'm talking about. Interestingly, their wife actually teaches a different strategy about building rapport. So it is interesting. So she was just being honest with me. And I went back and said, totally appreciate your honesty. And I understand why you do that strategy. I just haven't found that strategy works for me. And now we're going, back and forth with the conversation. We're back to normal human beings. And I basically said, look, no harm done. Can we just move forward, and move past that message? And she was like, yeah, cool, no worries. So you can have the opportunity to turn it around, guys. You don't necessarily have to block and ignore. I did ignore initially until the second message came and said, it's totally cool if you don't want. So maybe she picked up that I wasn't responding to the pitch. So she came back in and said, look, it's okay if you don't want to see that. And that enabled me to then go back and say, look, the reason why I didn't respond is I'm just disappointed. And so it opened the door for a meaningful conversation, and now we're connecting. So it doesn't always have to be a matter of block and ignore, depending on what the person has said. So I'm glad we've been able to turn that around, and we've both had our perspectives. I'm not making her wrong. It's just the strategy that she's deciding to use, and that's completely up to her. Hey Karen, Crystal, no spam for this chick. Jennifer, I'm so glad we are learning the proper way to do this business. I've made so many wonderful friends through this business, and we can connect with a lot of beautiful people as we do here in our community. Lynn, what's really sad is when upline is still training this way. And that's why I don't necessarily blame people, and why sometimes I might go back and say something, because it may be just what they're being taught. They're looking up to people like gurus or uplines, and maybe it's worked for the upline. Maybe it's genuinely worked for the upline. Like the person that's teaching this, the guru, it genuinely worked for that person 15, 20 years ago, but they're still teaching it. I don't believe that's necessarily an effective method in this day and age, where we've got social media and other things that we can do to attract people to us. So I don't mean to offend any of you guys that are still using that strategy. I'm just putting my perspective across, because I don't get it, and I think we really need to be human beings before we approach our business. So I hope that you respect where I'm coming from with that. Karen, I'm currently catching up on the prospecting and networking boot camps. They're awesome, Karen. That's where the replays are good, because you can go back and watch them over and over again. So that's probably enough of my little rant. Once again, don't mean to offend, I just don't get it. And every now and again, I just feel that I need to say it. For those of you that are still doing it, I do believe there is a better way. And, having over 300 people join my network marketing team in the last 7 months without one spammy message, there are better ways and more successful ways to build your business. I'm living proof of that. I'm doing it myself. So I don't need to do that to have success in my business. So it's just a matter of raising the discussion and the level of awareness. Perhaps there's a better way. Okay, so I will leave that thought with you. I will get off my high horse and my passion for this industry, and hopefully I'll be a little bit happier. Not that I'm not happy, I'm always happy, but hopefully you guys understand where I'm coming from. I'm not trying to be cranky. I just get passionate and therefore feel that I need to sort of spread the message. So we will resume the same time, same place tomorrow. I look forward to seeing you guys then. Thanks for listening to me. I don't know whether you resonate with what I've said today or not, but I'm sure some of you can relate to what I was saying. So have a blessed and awesome day, whatever you've got left of your day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.